Happy Wednesday. It is the day after 5G has been switched on. Conscious of saying that word because I don't know how much it is flagged on any algorithms. And I was conscious about not having too many expectations or anticipation of how that was going to affect us. And I've just sat out here and come to my spot where I meditate, and I was talking to the birds, and they had a lot of things to say. The main sense that I was getting is what that has done is, birds for one, I feel like I'm still in that trance state, so I'm just going to speak and it will come through how it's supposed to come through. So I might shut my eyes. We're affected by waves. Everything is an energetic wave. Birds, in the most basic form, use sonar as their GPS. And so when something as technologically intervening has happened in the last couple of days, and it's been around for a while and we've been feeling the effects, and whether it's always been like that, this is the message that I was getting through. It really does have an impact on our ecosystem beyond anything that we can get our head around. Hi, I'm just gonna keep talking. Hi. Nature is the perfect state of all of it. And when we've created our world based on technology and things which intervene in that natural state, that's when we create disturbances in the natural state. That's when we create things which don't flow as well. And that's not to say that nature and technology can't be merged, because they are, and I believe that's where the age that we're moving into is really going to see a lot of advances, is how we are able to merge technology with spirit, with a sense of nature. But a lot of the technology that is in our lives, even this thing that I'm using to record this, obviously, and in so many other aspects, we need to see technology as in both polar opposites, in both polar ends of the spectrum. And there is huge advances that technology can give us, and we are seeing the benefits of it, connectivity, among many other things. I'm trying to focus. Hi. But on the other side, we also need to see the other spectrum of that. Fundamentally, tech isn't nature. It is not natural. So any intervention of it into our natural system will cause disturbances. Also, to that end, in nature, our natural state is where our healing is always to be found. Nature is our healing, nature is our medicine, in everything. In our environment, the natural state, free from toxins or pollutants, noise, clean air, the food that we put in our bodies, the water that we drink. The natural state is perfection. So in order to heal, what are we really doing in this body but freeing ourselves of everything? And when you look at the mental process of waking up, breaking out of the matrix, realizing the truth of your reality, what you're really doing is breaking off toxic illusions of how any perceptions of how we think our reality is. So we're cleaning them. We're look at a diamond. Think of our souls as a diamond, and all these facets of them are dirty. So like the whole perspective shift and in how we start becoming conscious is becoming aware that, oh wait, that's got something unnatural in it, that's got a perspective in that which isn't natural. Either got a judgment or a perception of it, or perspective. It's the same with nature. So the process of cleansing, this is a tangent, but hi, it's it's meant to speak to, whoever it's meant to speak to. The process of becoming conscious is really a cleansing process of everything, cleansing the mind of belief systems and perspectives, cleansing the body of toxins and anything which keeps it not perfection. And yeah, there's the idea of like, we are perfect as we are, but our natural state is free from all of that. And right now, there are some basic natural laws that supersede everything. The fact that, you know, think about the laws of nature, the life and death cycle, what is born must die. The nature of flowing, what is stagnant is sick. For us to be healthy in anything, a system which is stagnant is sick. There are some basic natural laws that are really going to be activating more than ever before. So, returning to my first point around the technology waves that are currently affecting us far beyond what we can get our head around. The other natural law is that Mother Nature has a way of returning balance. She will always find the way of returning balance. So, when we're impacting the world as intensely and our environment as intensely with false energetic frequencies, toxic energetic frequencies, the balance will return. And Mother Nature knows exactly what she's doing. And how that looks, I don't know. None of us do, but I'm just sat here and the birds have been screaming at me because right now they're feeling a sense of lostness. They can't guide their way. They can't guide their way homes. And I had this image of birds being disconnected from their young because their GPS system is all off. They don't know which way is left and right now. They're being affected so much, and because they are so acutely aware of their bodies, we are so distracted with everything in our environment that we don't, on surface level, we don't actually notice the sensitivities of what's happening to our bodies, but we are being just as affected as animals and birds and everything else is, but we just are so distracted by our environment that we can't pay attention to it. Balance is being restored. This is the process that we're shifting in right now. However long that process takes, I think it's going to be a few years, but we are going to be shaken to our core. That is how the world wakes up. That's how the individual wakes up, is being rattled from anything which isn't pure, which isn't natural. And the earth is doing the same. But to evolve into a more ascended, a more wholesome way of being, both polarities have to be looked at, both polarities have to be seen for what they are and accepted for what they are. Cool. All right. That's what's happening right now. The sense of receiving right now, and I'll put this on another time. I don't think it's for now. I don't think it's the message for right now. But I'm having to go outside and ground and just sit and be in this sense of stillness, this sense of healing. I know where my healing is, and it is the same place for everyone. It's all in nature, all of it. And given how intense it is out there right now, I'm having to do this a lot and just be and not interact and be firm with boundaries and be very aware of my energy field and what I'm taking on. And the stuff that I'm creating feels like it's moving through so intensely, so electrically, so I can't even begin to describe how powerful and magnetic it feels, but it's also very unsettling in the speed with which it's coming through. So the sense of grounding in nature and just being and reconnecting to this present moment, and almost feeling my sense of self really merge with what is here right now, with the environment around me. That's a practice that I've found and developed over the last couple of years, but now I'm like, oh, there was a reason I had to learn to do that. What's fun about this kind of stuff, and this feels very like, is when the messages come through for me, they come through very like, however they're supposed to. And I find I'm able to access that information when my sense of self, my ego self is out the way. And me accessing that kind of stuff has got me into, not got me into trouble, it's shown me lessons in this lifetime so far. But what I'm excited about using this channel for is sharing all of the weird shit that I'm getting. All of it, because why not? It's coming through for a reason, and I guess it's the fear of judgment, the sense of what will people think, that is me getting out the way. So there we go. Anything else to add? Might just sit for a minute. I'm gonna sit for a minute. If anybody wants to join me and you're still there, I'm just gonna sit and feel whoever is supposed to be watching this, and if you've got to this point, hello. I'm gonna sit with you for a minute. I think that's the cue. What we are experiencing now is like nothing we've ever experienced before. And we got to be here for it. We got to be on this planet for the biggest shift that the world has ever seen. And we're entering into it. We ain't even close to what it's going to be. And I guess my job, what I know to be my role in it, and we all have a role. I can see where we're going. And of that I have no doubt. Much love to you all.